it's Danny from Danny the Horse Girl, and here's what I did this week. Right away this morning, I filled up my goat's hay feeders and grained the cattle. Then I went in for a little bit, and then I went back out and got all of the calves in and worked hair on Vegas. And then I worked showmanship, and then I let all the calves out. Then I got Rip in and worked hair on him. Then I worked showmanship and let the steers out. Then we filled up the shed with shavings and stuff, and Vegas was very intrigued by it. Then I grained them and cleaned up the barn. Then I checked on the chickens, filled the minis water. Then we went into town and got some food. Then we got gas and called it a night. Right away this morning, I grained my cattle and my goats. Then I went in for a little bit, and then I went back out and got Rip in and worked hair on him. Then there he was. Then I worked showmanship and took him for a walk. Then we let them out and got them water, and Jeffrey gave him some treats. And then I went in for a little bit. Then I grained my goats and locked them up. And then I opened the doors for my mom, got the minis some water, and checked on the chickens. Then I grained the cattle. And then I turned off the lights in there. We got them horses some hay out, and then we locked up the barn, and then I had to open it back up because my mom needed more hay. Then we went in and said hi to my grandma and called it a night. Right away this morning, I grained the cattle and they unplugged their heated water tank, so I had to fix that. Then I grained my goats, and then I went in for a little bit and worked. Then I went back out and worked hair and weighed the calves. Then we worked showmanship and took them for a walk. Then I let them out and we got them water. And then Rebel decided to get out, and then Jeffrey gave him some treats. And then I went in for a little bit. Then I went back out and filled the minis water up, and there was the steers. And then we grained them. I worked on my barn Bible a little bit and called it a night. Right away this morning, I got the cows' grain set up and grained them inside. Then I fed the heifers, and there they were. Then I threw down a bale of hay for my goats and grained them. Then I let the steers out, and then later in the day, I went out and worked hair on the steers and worked showmanship. Then we let them back out, and then we got them some water. I went in for a little while, and then I locked my goats up, and I bring the cattle in, I grained the heifers, and I had to chase the chickens into the other barn. Then I got the minis water, and there was Blair. And then I let the steers out, and there was Rip. Then I called it a night. Right away this morning, I grained my goats, and then I cleaned up the steer stalls and got the heifers grained and the steers, and I waited for them to eat. Then I let them out, and Chuck was very happy to be in the barn. And then I went in for a little bit, then I walked my goats up, and then I got the steers in, and we worked hair. Then we refilled the grain barrel, worked showmanship on the heifers, and let the calves out. Then we grained the heifers, and there was Rip. We let the calves out and got them water, and then there was Blair. Then called it a night. Right away this morning, I grained the heifers and the steers, and then I grained my goats and let them out. Then I got them some water, and then I let the steers out and cleaned up the house a little bit because we made hot cocoa bombs and maple sugar. Then I tried a hot cocoa bomb, and it was pretty good. Then we made some more hot cocoa bombs. Then I went out to the barn and got the steers grain set up and grained the steers and the heifers. And then there was Blair. She was pretty happy to be in the barn. Then I got the calves water and checked on the chickens and cleaned out the stalls. Then I got the minis water and played with Blair a little bit. Then I let the steers out, and they didn't want to leave. And then I locked my goats up, played with Blair a little bit more. We finished up making maple sugar and called it a night. Right away this morning, I got my goats water, and then Chuck was happy to be in the barn. Then I grained my goats, and they were the babies. Then I got the steers in, and I was able to rinse Rip's legs today. And then I let them out, and then I went back in the house and wrapped some presents. Then we went into town and went to the shop to upload a YouTube video. Then we got the horses' grain set up and got them in. Then we got the steers in and the heifers, and then we tied everybody up and gave Rip a treat, of course. Then we filmed for a YouTube video, and then we let the horses out, and then there they were outside. Then we let the steers out, we filled up some shavings bags, and called it a night. If you want to follow along on these daily, make sure to check out my TikTok at Danny's Days. I will be posting a recap of every week here on YouTube, so make sure you stay tuned. That was my video for this week. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my Instagram at Danny the Horse Girl and my TikTok at .DannyTheHorseGirl. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye!